Hi, it's Ben and Bryce here with X Performance Series, and the topic today is dynamic warm-up. We get a lot of questions, a lot of emails about what should my son or daughter do at a very young age to get ready for a game. And quite frankly, really what it comes down to is just getting them neurologically ready. Not to burn them out, not to overrun them, not to have them do thousands and thousands of sprints. Really tone it down and just keep things smart.
Yeah, one great thing about little kids is they're flexible already. Right? We don't have to spend tons of time trying to get them loose and trying to get them flexible. What we want to do is get them warm, and we want to get their brain and their muscles talking. That's what we want them to do, and then the energy is saved for on the ice. So I'm gonna have Bryce kind of come to the beginning here. And so if he was starting in the beginning, maybe we start with something simple where we're gonna do like a high, the most common thing is a high knee run. So I'm gonna start Bryce nice and easy. He's gonna go into a little bit of a high knee run. So he's kind of doing it almost like he's marching. And what I do is I say, Bryce, you can keep coming, but don't pass me. Because often young kids, they'll be at the end of your 16 feet with like 3 reps on each leg, where at this pace, Bryce is still gonna get 15, 20 reps per side. So I'm gonna do it nice and slow to start. And then to come back, I might say, okay, now let's do it like it's actually like a high knee run. Okay, and turn them over. No, slow, there you go. And so I'm gonna, again, control the pace at which we go, right? So that's getting all of that hip flexor type muscles going. So now we're gonna go from the front side to the back side. Let's go to a butt kicker and let's do it as a walk, kind of to start, just like we did in the beginning. You don't even have to run yet, you can start with a walk.
And you don't need very much space. I hear a lot of people saying, well, we don't have any room to do a dynamic warm-up, and quite frankly, that isn't the case. You can do it stationary, you can do it here, we got about 16 feet, so you don't need very much room to accomplish this.
Now we're gonna start it into a run, but same thing, you can't pass me.
Yeah.
I know you wanna pass me, no passing me, I'm the coach here, let's go. Get him up and turn him over, right? So he wants to feel like he's getting those heels up towards his butt as quick as he can, and he's getting lots of turnover as we go through this exercise. So even in a very small space here, we're not even using the 16 feet, we're probably using 8 feet or so. He's getting a lot of reps in, so he's starting to warm up. The next thing I want to do is, just like we've done kind of the walking version and then the moving version, the next one is I want to get low, and I want to do a low kind of lunge, right? Chest up nice and tall, step out, straighten the back leg, and pull together, right? Well, this is basically just a slow, low shuffle, right? Obviously with this one, he does need to do that coming back because he needs to do both legs. And what's interesting about this, if you notice that Bryce is pushing with his trail leg or the leg to the back side. So when we do our shuffles, unfortunately, what I see with a lot of kids is they're pulling with their front leg. That kind of pulling motion that I see them doing, that is not a very effective way. We want to be pushing with that trail leg. So we want to get them low, and we want to get in that little shuffle side to side here. Now, real speed. Low and push. And back. Okay? So you really want to feel like you're pushing with that trail leg. So now we've done front, we've done back, we've done side. Yeah. How about we add a little bit of a crossover here? So let's now go, we're going to do our Carioca, right? So Carioca is where we start rotating the hips and start doing it.
Key to keep your chest facing forward.
I say this all the time. My pet peeve, it's not karaoke, people, it's Carioca. So the more we turn our hips, the looser our hips are going to get. So you can see the motions are starting to get a little bit faster. So let's take it into a little bit of our skips.
Yeah.
Let's do a little
and
forward skip and back.
what's really important there is when you have your kids doing this is that their arms aren't going all over the place. You want to keep them close and tucked to the body. So it's keep your arms close, not see some of the kids are like this. Try not to avoid that.
Yeah, we always want to have control over any motion we have. So let's do a little forward skip and then into a backward skip. So we'll skip forward down. If you haven't seen our video on skipping, we have a whole breakdown of all different kinds of skips that you can be using. They're great for training, great for warm-ups, you name it. Good, then we can turn and go a little sideways, lateral skip. Then let's go into our crossover Carioca skip. Okay, and then the last two things we're gonna add a little power. We're gonna try to just get that thing going. We're gonna do a power skip, and then we're gonna do a couple long jumps. So we'll do a power skip down and back, and then we'll do long jumps down and back. So you can see he takes that step and he explodes up on the hop fades, and then I just get him couple long jumps here. You don't have to be a ton of long jumps, just 1 or 2 down, 1 or 2 back, just to kind of get the brain firing and saying, hey, look, part of hockey is that you have to exhibit big loads of force to actually go fast and be explosive in the game.
Which is, see, I'm already a little bit out of breath from the little bit I've done here. And another thing that you can finish off with or start with it is a simple jumping jack.
All of these things are very simple exercises to do. They don't take a lot of space, but we made sure we hit all of them. We went forward, we went backward, we went sideways, we crossed our hips, we brought our knees up, we brought our feet back. We did all of these things. So we really should have warmed up all the important parts of the body. We did it in just a very few minutes here. Even you are a little bit, you know, sweating and out of breath. That's exactly what our purpose was. You just stick to these basic things and do them well, your kids are going to be very successful in their games.
Yeah, we all know there's thousands and thousands of different exercises you can do. You know, this is not the only thing you can do, but this is something that, you know, if you don't know what to do, or if you see your coaches doing something and they don't know what they're doing, you can interject and maybe add some of these exercises. Ben and Bryce, X Performance Series.